For those along our network who are just joining our telecast, we want to remind you the National Skating Derby is presenting roller game of the week. Today's game is the Los Angeles Thunderbirds and the Australian Kangaroos. We're in the third period of the first half. The girls are on the track, and the score is 28 for the T-Birds, 25 for the Kangaroos. I'm Dick Lane along with Bill Hoppy. Hop, we're at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles.
And we'll fill you in on all the details that have happened as we go along down in the infield. That's the second time they've had Tony Tagg. They had her tied up over here on the rail. Buddy Atkinson, who is the special representative for the Australian team here today, has deliberately set the entire, almost the entire Kangaroo girls team on Tony Tagg in an effort to tie her up. Here comes Shirley Hardman into the infield.
Shirley Hardman, who's been busy on the film, is back in here, and she is mad. He says, you want some trouble? We'll make it for you. The whistle goes to the jam, and let's see who gets out of there. Here's a whip to get the big gal out, Elaine Everson. And with it goes number 6. And Debbie Smith, she falls. Big Elaine Everson, enormous gal. And look at the babies back there to defend. Kathy Taylor and Jennifer Marshall, number 4 and 3. Referee's running to watch it. Shirley Hardman yells, take her out. Back to assist is Diane. Oh, that's Julie Kane, number 6, Julie Kane. She moves up and whips the big gal through, who just breaks her way through and goes in for 5, just like that. Pulls it off, 5 big ones. They go in from 31 to 28.
You know, Dick, after Shirley Hardman and Tony Tagg combined to get rid of Dave Pound completely last week when they defeated him in those 4 out of those 5 match races, I thought we were through with trouble in the infield, and now we're right back at it with this Buddy Atkinson. Buddy Atkinson, for those who just joined us, is the general manager of the Warriors. However, he has been hired as a courtesy to the Australian team as their American representative here. They claim they got a bad shake the last time they were in Southern California, so they have to have somebody represent them, Atkinson.
Well, he's a bad representative for my money. Tony Tagg goes back to defend against Jennifer Richards, number 3 for the Kangaroos. And there's a defense girl if you're looking for one. And Atkinson is screaming about a foul block. He's yelling foul all over the place. The perfect leg block, no score. Down and off the track for no score. And now this Atkinson making trouble for Tony Tagg.
Atkinson and Tagg have been going at it ever since the game opened. There's a lot of enmity between the two. To bring you up to date, 6 years ago, Tony Tagg was hired as captain of the Warrior team. Atkinson was hired a few months later, fired Tony Tagg, and succeeded successfully by contacting all of the other owners in the league to keep her out of skating until the Thunderbirds hired her this season. And Tony hasn't forgotten it, believe me.
Here they send out 2 for the Thunderbirds. Jennifer Marshall, number 3, and Kathy Taylor, number 4. They ran a foul, and they take out Julie Kane and leave her there. They're going for 10. They're going for 10. They've only got a fast score. Got a girl in the penalty box. Good defenses back there. Everson and Richards. Back to assist is Tony Tagg. They've got 55 seconds remaining in this period. Tony sets the play now. Here comes Tony Tagg. He says, come on, kids. Top and bottom, they go for 4, 6, 8, 10. 12. They passed the girl in the penalty box twice.
Well, that's the way the Thunderbirds have been doing all season long. Come back when they're behind. There's Atkinson, special representative of the Australian team.
He still has a cast on his right arm. He's always bruised up, and he's got a lot of it coming. He hasn't got any bruises yet. Wait till this Tony Tag starts on him. That's the end of the period. And we go into the fourth period of play. Timeout is called by the Kangaroos. Timeout with a score 40 for the T-Birds, 31 for the Kangaroos. We'll be into the fourth period in just a moment.
Say Ralphie Valadares, Sally Vega, Colleen Murrell, and Tom Cruise. Now they are on location right now working with Raquel Welch and MGM on the new motion picture which has a roller game theme, the Kansas City Bomber. But the Thunderbirds are doing a fine job, although you would know that with these top skaters gone, they won 17 straight. Johnny Johnson had to come up with an injured knee. Thank goodness we got Shirley Hardman and Tony Tag both running the team, Dick.
Yes, sir. And incidentally, those skaters will be back this week. During this week, they'll be here.
Incidentally, did you hear that, John Hall, who was the technical advisor, invited the Thunderbird skaters for this motion picture, but that Judy Sawinski and Ronnie Raines and Judy Arnold and some of those other skaters had to go get in the act, too?
They didn't get in the act?
Yeah, they're in the movie, too.
Here we go. Number 3 is the jammer, and he's a good one. Australia. That's Fred Rayner. 4 Kangaroo points. 40 to 35. We're in the fourth period of play in this game.
Atkinson points a warning finger at Sam Washington. He's done all he could to disrupt the Thunderbirds. In fact, he's as bad as Dave Pound.
Nobody can be that bad, I don't think. Nobody. That's the nicest thing that ever happened to me. That they got rid of that.
Me too. You know what Atkinson says? He says, you had a fine man like Dave Pound, and you, Tony Tag, and Shirley Hardman had to run him out. You know when you were well off.
Here's Chuck Saunders, number 2 for the Kangaroos, getting out of there with little Bulldog, number 6. Took him out. That little Bulldog is something else. His name is Kenny Bryan. Look who's back to defend. Big Larry Stone, number 6. And the Beast of Brisbane. He comes on again. They don't know. This little fellow keep coming. He'll wear them out. If they don't wear him out first. They're mauling on him and thumping on his head, and he's still hanging in there. They still haven't dropped him. Yeah, look out now. Oh, come on, Kelly. 1 T-Bird point for that.
And what were they screaming about needing a special representative to protect their interests?
There they go. We got a mauling going on.
I've never heard of such baloney in my life.
Saunders put a $100 fine on the team, on the Kangaroos.
There's Big John out there, and of course he came up with a bad knee this week. Would you believe it?
There's that man. Oh!
Tony Tag right in there at him. Tony Tag and Shirley saying, get out of here, get over there at your end of the stand. She wants to get at him right now. Referee Saunders is protecting Atkinson, it looks like.
All right, the jam is on and breaking on top the big man. Number 6, Larry Stone. And who comes off the littlest T-Bird? Luther Matthews. Here's Mr. Speed himself. The little man that just calls his attention to the fact he's got an opponent and then moves out in front of him. He's just baiting him, teasing him now. He's just teasing the guy. T-Bird points. 4. He went through 2, but he dropped his helmet. Look out now. Look at Stone going to work on this little man. Now Kelly comes in to roast him around. And Atkinson holds. Here comes Big John. They're abusing John's bad leg. Your life? Tony Tag got him in the infield. Shook him up real good.
Tony. I'm glad the cameras aren't picking up. I mean, their microphone isn't picking up what Tony is telling Atkinson right now.
Referee Bob Martin's got his hands full.
If there's anybody that has no use for anybody, it's Tony for Atkinson, believe me.
Boy, do they slug it out. I asked Tony tonight about that. She says, I don't want to talk about it. She said, all I want to do is to get him.
But you know, it all gets back to the fact that despite all of the adversity, these Thunderbirds have gone out and won 17 straight games.
That's something else. Here we go. This time it's the Roadrunner. Beep, 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 beep. Jimmy Trigno. The champion flat track skater, and it was only natural that he'd adapt himself to this game. Kelly back to defend. Peter Kelly out of Sydney, Australia. Good. That's a proper leg block. That was okay. And again, that's a proper leg block. So was that. But that wasn't. That's a pivot block, and they've outlawed it. They don't seem to know it. Trigno coming up. The leg block is good, but mauling at the head. And Trigno hangs right in there with him. And a bulldog sit-out. No score. Atkinson, get out of there, mister.
A special representative.
Nose to nose now, Tony and Atkinson.
Tag says she wants him out of here right now. Out, Tony says. He says, after we've had to put up with Pound, and now you, Atkinson.
Well, she just got through getting rid of Pound last night. And didn't they get rid of him?
Didn't she do a great job on him? I don't think Pound will ever come back to Los Angeles again.
Look out, Morgan. Morgan with a broken nose is wearing a helmet and a face guard. He'll need one on the other end. Morgan got too much whip.
Atkinson says, get up and skate.
Look out for him. Look out for that Morgan. He's a boy from the outback country in Australia. And they bench him. He's from the outback, and they're rough out there in Australia.
I imagine Tony Tagg must get a little secret satisfaction out of that, to seeing Atkinson fighting with his own skater. He's a special representative.
All right, Smith, number 3 with a helmet for the Kangaroos, but here we go. Hagen. Simpson took him out, and Kelly's up there. Another $25 fine. Big John goes down. Hagen was hurt. Tony Tagg will take him apart.
He's man enough right now to take him apart right in the infield. The referee's having to separate Hurt.
Oh, come on, Atkinson. He says, if she lays her hands on me again, I'll knock her down. Well, he better not.
He says she hasn't got any business being in the infield anyway. She's not supposed to be skating.
Oh, that. We're whip again. Getting away first, number 3 getting out of there, Grainer. And with him goes little Ricky out of Tokyo. He rails him and goes on by himself. He was a deliberate railing. He pushed him up there. Ricky, R-I-K-K-I. And he'll come up against the big man, Kelly. Peter Kelly. Chops right to the top of the head. Little Sam Washington back to assist. Sam steadies the little man from Tokyo. So come on, Ricky, here we go. He loses 1. He tops for 2, 3, 4. He's got everybody with the beat. He's got him. 5. 20 seconds to go in this half. Hoppy's making his way down to the infield. We have interviews at halftime, you know. And there's the big man, and he's down again. Tony Tagg has laid her hands on him. He said if she ever laid her hand on me again, I'll knock her down. Well, she just reversed it. That's the end of the period right there. That's the end of the first half. Wowee! And at the end of the first 4 periods of play, timeout is called with the score 51 for the T-Birds, 35 for the Kangaroos. Stay tuned for interviews at halftime, and we're going to be hairy, believe me.
You want to talk to?
I want to talk to you, you dummy. That's who I want to talk to about this goofball and all this abuse this team has been taking from these people. Are we on the air? Are we on the air? Huh? I want the people out there to realize what's happening. I came in here, I tried to be a gentleman.
What are you here for in the first place?
What do you mean, I'm here representing this beautiful Australian team. They have done nothing but take insults from these terrible fans. They're animals. This bird team, yellow birds, that's what they are. And that woman over there, if you call her a woman, she is a bigger animal than the rest of them. She is, look at my shirt, rip my shirt up, and said nothing.
Shut up!
Tell me
I hate you! You are the reason that I had to retire 6 years ago!
You're right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna settle it with you, boy. I was on the Warriors 6 years ago. I was gonna be captain. He came along, he was coaching, he got rid of me. He blackballed me. I couldn't skate for 6 years. And I hate you, and this infield isn't big enough for you and me. I want to race with you. I want a mass race, a grass race. That's right, I hate your guts.
You think you're real wise. You thought you're a big deal with Dave Pound. Very, very, very good friend.
I'll do more to you.
You think you are. You want to race with me, right?
That's right now, right
You got
now.
5 of them, wise guy. Like, hey, get over here. Where's the referee? 5 of them. You got 5 of them with me. You wanted one, now you got your big mouth open. You got my foot in it, and I'm going to break your neck. I'm going to wring that. I'll tell you something.
One is all I want. I've been waiting 6 years.
No.
6 years to get hold of you, Buster. Fatso.
I'm right here. You're getting 5 with me, and it's going to be another 8 years, 6 years, 12 years. But you aren't even going to be here.
That's what you
Get
think.
your hands
I'm
off.
Tank. I'm not a little baby like I was 6 years ago. You aren't going to push me around anymore. I'm going to let you know who I am.
I'm a fool from her or anybody else. You ever put your hands on me, I'm going to bust you and right.
Listen, you aren't even supposed to be out here, and we're going to make sure you're not. You are going to be gone after next
Shut up,
week.
idiot.
Huh?
I'm going to have those races, and these fans out here, every one of them are going to see you go back into retirement. Those legs of yours aren't going to be worth beans. And I'll tell you something else. You're real proud of your Italian nose. It's going to be somewhere where you wouldn't even think it belongs.
Really? You're going to do it to me? Well, everything you're saying is going to happen right back to you. I hate you so badly, I can do it right now. Right now.
Tony Tag, you did what I wanted to do. Tony Tag blew up, exploded right in the middle of it, and it's 5-tied with Tony Tag and Buddy Atkinson this week. Okay, that starts Tuesday night here at the Olympic Auditorium. Ladies half price, that's everything goes. Tony Tag against Buddy Atkinson, and she blow it. Richmond 9, 5-1, 7-1. Ladies half price and all reserve seats. They go Wednesday night at San Diego Community Concourse. 236 6510. They'll meet Thursday at Ventura Fairgrounds. Tickets on sale at 3 p.m. on Thursday. Friday at Anaheim Convention Center. The number is 635-5000. And Saturday night, the final race, Tony Tag says she wants to get rid of him now. Richmond 9, 5171.
Action and big man Atkinson got his comeuppances in there. Oh, I love it. I love it. We're into the second half. With the score 51 for the T-Birds, 35 for the Kangaroos, and let's see. Who's the jammer? Moving out first is number 4, Kathy Traylor. And where there goes number 3. That would be Jennifer Richards. Richards, a good, solid citizen. And she fights it out and loses herself. Kathy Traylor, the jammer, and Atkinson up on the track, screaming at the girls. Oh, you need something. Elaine Everson, the big captain of the Kangaroo girls, back to defend. And boy, does she defend and defend hard. screaming at Bubbles Wyman. Break their backs, he yells. Better not tangle at that little Gale Bowers. Hit him in the nose. All right, we're hatted up and ready to jam. Number 1 is their jammer, set to go. No, it's Cassie. Joan Lamaster is getting away. And pulling out is Gloria Gray. Gloria Gray, number 1 for the Kangaroos. 3 blocks, Lamaskis rides it out, moves on again. Atkinson screaming at Gray to take her out. Took herself out. Ha! Joan Lamaskis. Stay off of that track, Atkinson. Here's Everson back to defend. The big gal, she goes to the hip. And again with a knee block. Helmet was lost accidentally. Look at her hammer on the head. Ah, come on. Atkinson's got to give it to her, he's yelling. No score. Atkinson knocked him. Tony Tagg knocked him on his seat of his britches so beautifully. And she'll give it to him again if he asks for it. He won't have to ask more than once. Or she's mad. Match race, she said, that's not a match race, that's a grudge match. Atkinson enumerating the number of times he's going to take her apart. Well, 5 match races this week, he says. 5 match races. I'll kill her 5 times. That's what he said. All right, Julie Kane, number 6, gets out of there. And with it goes the Thunderbird, number 6. Debbie Smith. Debbie Smith, number 6. She also has the same jersey number as Tony Tagg. Up to the rail for Smith, and on goes Julie Kane. Shirley Hardman's been out on the telephone calling the commission about this stupid man. Debbie Smith got her nose hurt. She's replaced on the track by Tieko Ayaki. Fancy Dan, Julie Kane, out of Sydney, Australia. They're picking him out of the pack. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, 5. And she wants to hurt somebody. She jumps on Tieko. Oh! There was Shirley Hardman ready to hand her a handful of fingers. Mr. Atkinson picking a fight with anybody that wants to. He won't have to look far. $57-40, the Thunderbirds in front by 17. They won 17 games in a row.
You know, Dick, I finally regained my composure a little bit. I'm convinced that this Atkinson, I thought Tom was out of his head. I thought he was at his truth. This Atkinson is crazy.
He's just like his old man. Now, he said, come up here and he yelled, says, I'm going to take her apart 5 times this week.
He's a madman. Absolutely mad. No rational human being would pull the things he pulled on Tony Tagg. And I wonder if she knows what she's gotten herself into. She was mad. She was angry. She blew her stack. She accepted 5 match races against this guy.
5 match races. Well, he'll have his hands full, believe me. Tony Tagg's got his jammer and he jumps to him there. That one's in the crupper. Timeout is called here. Atkinson calls timeout. Timeout is called here by Atkinson. The score is 57 for the T-Birds, 40 for the Kangaroos. Well, hello there. For those along our network who are just joining our telecast, we want to remind you that National Skating Derby is presenting Roller Game of the Week. Today's game the Los Angeles Thunderbirds and the Australian Kangaroos. We're in the third skating period of the game. The girls are on the track, and the score is 58 for the T-Birds, 40 for the Kangaroos.
And we have a lot of excitement here today, Dick. So many things to tell the people that just joined us here about this fantastic Thunderbird team, which has, well, look at the score, 58-40. They've been going absolutely top speed since the game started. They won 17 straight games. And last week, to cap it all, was Buddy Atkinson. Now, Buddy Atkinson is the appointed American representative of the Australian Kangaroos. And the man is absolutely wild. He's a wild man. He's, of course, the general manager of the Warriors. They've left him have a leave of absence so he can represent the Kangaroos here.
Kathy Gray came out and got one.
I'm not going to take it.
Now,
They're soaking
he
wet.
has
Soaking
Tony
wet.
Tagg, the assistant general manager of the Thunderbird, has challenged this guy to a match race. And he, in turn, said, I want 5 match races. So Atkinson here, yelling and screaming, is meeting Tagg in 5 match races this week. I guess that about brings him up to date. Atkinson, the special representative of the Kangaroos here. And the Thunderbirds have been going wild on the track despite Atkinson. We thought we got rid of Pound. He's blaming Tony Tagg for carrying his expensive shirt.
Sit down, Atkinson. We got a game going here. He spooked Kathy Taylor and took her out in the jammer race for Australia. Number 6, Julie Kane. She'll come up against Tony Tagg. That was Shirley Hardman went out on the track and took her out. She's given us a little bit of Atkinson's treatment. Shirley Hardman did a little Atkinson trick in there. Reached up and took Julie Kane out. No score.
Well,
they gave her 1 for it.
Has come in here to try and disrupt the Thunderbirds, and it is backfiring on him as this crowd has picked up the excitement of this game, which sees the Thunderbirds out in front now 58-42. Shirley Hardman.
Boy, what a spark plug she is.
Down there.
Here come the 2 captains. Elaine Everson, number 7, and Tony Tagg, number 6. Tony said, left. He's on her way, and laying back to defend is big Elaine Everson. Tony takes a look in. Got no assistance. She's on her own against Elaine Everson, this big gal. And Atkinson giving her a lot of words. Watch this Tony Tagg. She moves in, hits. Right into Atkinson. 2, 3, 4. She's got Kane in front of her. 3 seconds ago. 2. That's the flag she wanted.
They're gone crazy here. The Thunderbirds now lead 64-42.
That ends the period. Wow, we
Listen to them.
He's yelling timeout. You can hear him to Pasadena. He's hollering timeout. The period has ended. And the official scorer is looking up at me as much as to say, what do we do now? Well, all you do now is tell him what the score is, mister. Look out now. There it is, I said. 64 for the T-Birds, 42 for the Kangaroos. We'll hurry back. Don't go anywhere.
Manager and Tony Tagg is assistant manager. He went through the ceiling. He said, women running a team?
He couldn't believe it. Well, he's believing it now. Look at that scoreboard. The men are on the track for the second skating period in the second half. The 6th skating period in the game. Ray Morgan with a helmet. A big boy from the outback in Australia. Takes a whip, moves up through the field. He's draws Torigno, the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner and Ray Morgan. By Torigno. And here they send another one out. Bill Smith, number 1. They're going for 10. Atkinson has yelled at them to get some scores. Look where you are. Trailing by 22 points. They come up against the babies. The Beast goes back and trips them at 4. And here's an umbrella. They've got 10. Going for more. Atkinson is screaming at him to go for more. Atkinson in the hair. Sends him through. 2, 1. How many? Referee will have to call it. 10. 13 points. Atkinson.
He's positively out of his head.
Look at him go for a little Luther Matthews. Ought to throw him out of the game.
And Tony Tagg, I wonder if she knows what she's up against in racing this guy in 5 races this week.
She's got Morgan's helmet. She wants to lay it on him. And lay it on him she does. He's out and down. Wow. This crowd has gone crazy. Foreman State, we're in the game here. Whitaker, number 7 with a helmet. Along with Torigno, number 9 for the Thunderbirds. Added up to the big man, number 6, Larry Stone. Larry Stone gets out, takes the whip from the Beast, and he's on his way. Whitaker takes the whip from Ed Dresser. Little Whitaker, Johnny Whitaker is out after big Larry Stone. He hot strips him and takes it out. That's the T-Bird spirit. They don't care how big they are. Oh, the big man goes back along with Murdoch. The Beast of Brisbane. Oh, he is well named. They hit him again. Take it. Bounces right up. The 3-second recovery rule is on. And now they nail him and start mauling. He's got 1 in my book. And they drape him over the rail. They want him outside. Here comes Kelly to help. Ow, with a stake straight into the middle. And Whitaker's out. Walking on him. Big John Johnson up here to stop him.
You know, I understand, of course I can't prove it, but I understand that Dave Pound called Atkinson, told him what the situation was out here.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past him.
And you know, Atkinson started this skating consultant service, you know. This is the first time he's come to Los Angeles. He has this service. He's available to any team. He has a deal with the Warriors as manager. He has some good people running the team. And but it's more than just an accident that he came out here right after Dave Pound left town, you know.
I wouldn't put it past him.
And on top of that, you know what Dave Pound thinks of Tony Tagg and Shirley Hardman after the beating he gave them last week. But hey, they practically chased him out of town. So he couldn't be here anymore.
They did everything but ride him out of town on a rail.
So Atkinson shows up the next day.
Huh? Goodbye. Here are the jammers. Number 2. Number 3, Rayner. Both for the Kangaroos. They're through. They're breaking through. They've made 4 for 1, 5 for 1. And going for more. He was tricked there by Kelly. Little Sam Washington stopping him at the back of the pack. He hits Rayner with a hip check and leaves in there. How many did they get? 2 seconds ago. Sam takes out Saunders. They got 10 anyway.
One of Shirley
ties it up. roared back, and they're tied now, 65 all. And timeout called by the T-Birds. Timeout is called. He's threatening now, doing a lot of intimidating, but that won't do him any good. Believe me, these kids stay right in there. Time is called, and the score is tied. 65 T-Birds, 65 Kangaroos. We'll be right back. Saunders still trying to get Mr. Atkinson to get off the track.
Well, you know, Tony Tagg is the one that really blew the thing on Dave Pound. He had all the information. And Atkinson was one of those that Pound had some of his secret confidence. He knew that.
I'd love to sit down with Tony.
This guy came out strictly for the purpose of getting Tagg. That's what I would say.
Here we go. Number 5 out of there. Big Ray Morgan. Ray Morgan, and with him comes little Henry Sahagin, number 3. Morgan, not one of the fastest skaters in the league. But here little Henry Sahagin is up to him, hits him, rails him. And he comes up against number 4. That's the Beast. Ooh, he's vicious, this kid. Bob Murdoch, his name is. But I know him only as the Beast of Brisbane. Australia. Oh, that's Gilly. Look at him hit. That's a vicious block. One after another. Holy. They got the pack cleared. He wants to come on by himself. Here he comes. Oh, man. No score. You talk about a reverse block. That was a ding-dong zaddy. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. Second period, second half. Atkinson, he is the beast. Number 1, Bill Smith comes into the lineup for Australia. Takes the helmet. He'll be a jammer along with number 3, Rayner. And the little Bulldog, number 6. And Chirigno, number 9 for the Thunderbirds. The Bulldog gets the start, gets out after Rayner. Hoppy is down there telling him what to cut out all this monkey business down there. He's complaining about his wardrobe being torn. Rayner coming up against Dresser. Rayner nailing him. Here comes a reverse block from Sam Washington. A forked block, and he took him out with it. They ride him out. And again, the Thunderbirds are coming back with the same stuff. You want to play rough? We can play rough. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. And Rayner is up but not ready. And Kelly benches him. Takes him to the infield. Hoppy's been having words with this fellow. Now, this man better not pick on Hoppy. This time, little Ricky, number 2. Gotta get some racing room. He gets up to Sam, gets the whip. He takes another whip from Whitaker. He's up the Dresser. They love this little fella. Ricky, R-I-K-K-I. Little man from Tokyo. And Atkinson threatened to stop him. And now the Kangaroos are going to try to run away. There's a pull away. And they got Ricky by himself. He gets up to Whitaker. Whitaker's the last man. Whitaker set. And there's a block. He's in for 5. Whitaker pulled him up to the back and then dropped him. 6, 7, 8, 9. He got 9 by himself. 9 T-Bird points for little Ricky. Second period. And as is our custom on these television nights after the 6th skating period, we have an interview period. But I want to see the score official now as the man puts it on the board. 74 for the T-Birds, 65 for the Kangaroos. Stay tuned for the interview.
see what I'm talking about? You see the official?
All right, now, when you...
You're my very good friend.
I don't want to talk to you.
I want to talk to those people out there.
All right.
I don't care what you want, Buster. I'm going to do some talking for a change.
Will you be quiet for a moment? I have some questions I'd like to ask Mr. Atkinson.
Insulted a beautiful man.
All right, now, first of all, I want to know...
What do you
I want to know some facts out here. I want to know first...
I'm here for facts.
All right, I want to know first of all,
facts.
what is this so-called consulting business you have for skating teams?
Wait a minute. Don't be telling me consulting. I'm here as an advisor. I'm advising Mr. Kelly of his right, of the league, and as a team member, I am here to make sure that they get all the satisfaction that they deserve.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Atkinson. I mean, that's what you said. Isn't it true that you're out here because you talked to Dave Pound and found his...
Wait a minute, where did you
run out of
story?
town?
I know where you got it. You got it from that tag. And I'll tell you something, it is a bone-faced lie. That meeting that she is so widely acclaimed as being a big secret thing was not. Everyone had written invitations. Anybody could have came. We sat down and had a little bite to eat, and we talked about a few things. That's all. There was nothing of big importance.
Shut up. I know what I heard out there. No, you shut up. I know what I heard at that meeting. And don't go making that believe.
That meeting between him and
I'll
Pound.
tell you something. When she was at the meeting, she was under a mental strain. Anything she might
Just
say
a minute
is a
now.
lie.
Isn't it true, Mr. Atkinson? As long as there's question and answer. Wait a minute. I want you to answer this question. Isn't it true that you came out here as a result of a phone call with Dave Pound strictly to get Tony tagged?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not true. Dave Pound is a very good friend of mine, and we had some correspondence between each other, but I did not come out here because Dave Pound told me to. Oh, no, I didn't. I did not. I came out here just to give these boys and girls a better chance at making out in this fight with this Thunderbird team. Now,
You came out here because you heard Shirley Hardman and Tony Tagg were running this team.
No, I'm going to break her in half. She's trying to make...
I'm going to tell you what he's here for. He's here for one thing only. He's here as an advisory capacity for my team. And I can tell you one thing, Tagg. Every match race he has against you, we're going to be right behind him all the way.
No, sorry. No, sir. It's just between him and me. Wait a minute. Shut up. You're going to back up this bum? You're not a general manager. You're a porch juice for a man, number one. You heard me? Yeah, tell me.
Tell me anything.
You're going to back up, Tagg? I got news for you. Shut up a minute, will you two idiots? She's been out of a job for 6 years because of you, Buddy Atkinson. She is now employed by the Los Angeles Thunderbirds, and she will remain an employee of the National Thunderbirds. And you, Buddy Atkinson, think you're going to have this jerk and the rest of these guys behind you on your match races?
Right.
We'll be behind Tony Tagg in every match race this week. Look, Sean, don't you worry. He's not coming here.
There's your answer. I think Shirley Hardman demonstrated better than any words could be at Tony Tagg. No matter how silly it may seem for her to go up against this madman, wants him in 5 races this week, and Shirley will be in there backing him in every one, and that starts on Tuesday night. Ladies, half price here at the Olympic Auditorium in all reserve seats. Call Richmond 95171. They go at it Wednesday. Tony Tagg and Buddy Atkinson at San Diego Community Concourse. Call 236-6510. Thursday night, Ventura Fairgrounds. Box office opens at 3 p.m. Friday, Anaheim Convention Center, and you can call 635-5000. And the 5th and final race, Tony says, Atkinson, you're going to be all done, is Saturday at the Olympic Auditorium, Richmond 95171. And next Sunday, the Kangaroos will be back again. First game at 2:45 with a doubleheader. Also $2 about, $1 for children. Be there.
If you ever see anything like that, there is no need to describe that. That picture's worth 1,000 words. There's the score, 74-65 to T-Bird. We'll be right back to resume in a minute. Seventh skating period of the game. The girls are on the track. And added up is number 3 for the Kangaroos and Jennifer Richards. number 6 for the Thunderbirds, Debbie Smith. Gets out with Gail Bowers, and Debbie Smith getting out of there. Number 3 is Jennifer Richards, and she takes Gail Bowers out. Jennifer Richards, number 3, a good skater for that team. Moving on. Did you ever see anything like that melee at the interview time? Man alive. You talk about mopping up on a fellow. Dave Powell never got treatment like that. But they reserved the best for Mr. Atkinson. They've got everybody but Tony Tagg. And King went back into their own jammer out. After 4. They got 4, and it's 74-69 now. The fans have been happy. They've been throwing beverages out on the track, trying to hit some of the kangaroo skaters and just messing up the track. And they put a calcium chloride on there to pick up the dampness. All right, had it up again. This time, it's little Suki. Debbie Smith breaks first. She gets out, and with it goes Kathy Gray, number 8 for the Kangaroos. Debbie Smith, number 2, the 6 for the Thunderbirds, Debbie Smith. Little Suki has also had it up, number 2. Goodbye, Kathy. Debbie Smith, number 6, moving up against big Elaine Evans. Oh, that's a big gal. Tony Tagg trying to get back to assist, but is being kept up in there by Julie Kane. She goes to the hair now. Everson with a bulldog sit out. Escapes away. That's it. No score. Buddy Atkinson got his comeuppance to mop the floor with it. Hoppy, I have never seen a man get mopped up like that.
No pun intended, was there? But finally it comes out. I really couldn't get all the pieces of this thing put together. But the tie-in between him and Pound
must have been.
And of course, that was the first name mentioned. Tony mentioned when she talked about these secret meetings that were had.
Atkinson was in on them.
He was in on all of those things. And I thought it really weird if this guy, even with this so-called skating consultant, which I know he has, that he should suddenly, 24 hours after Pound is out, 12 hours after Pound's out of town, he's here. And he came with one idea, and that's to get Tony Tagg and Shirley Hart.
Well, they got their hands full.
You know what Pound takes the women.
I know exactly what it is.
He should have all-men team. He'd like to get rid of the women skaters even.
Well, he's not going to have it, not in this league.
I think Atkinson's the same.
Jennifer Marshall goes up and sits out. And Gail Bowers comes in and gets 2, but she's off the track. Got 2 good ones. It's 76-69 now. Gail got 2 for the T-Birds.
I asked a question earlier, Dick. Why would Pound accept 5-match races with a madman like this, like Atkinson? And then you realize that the responsibility that's been given her as assistant general manager is the reflection on Shirley if she did it, and she's determined to win all 5 of them.
This fella doesn't know what he's got coming to him.
Well, he's going to find the same thing that Pound thought when he met up against Shirley Tagg.
I'll make you bet he doesn't do it. Oh, they're boxing him in again. They're sending one jammer out, then they're going 3-on-1. 1. Jacobo gets in and gets 1 as they got Tony Tagg boxed in. Look at him maul and hit and pound. Not you, Mr. Atkinson. Boy, would the commissioner set him on his back if he ever touched one of those girls.
Hey, can you imagine the way they're squirming when Kelly says, you know, that the only reason we brought him in here was because we needed a special consultant.
Consultant.
And he says, we'll be in the infield to help you if necessary in the match race.
You want to bet? Shirley will be in there. He'll have a baseball
Shirley
bat.
will be back, too. I would be
He called timeout. Big John says timeout here. Timeout, and the score 76 for the T-Birds, 70 now for the Kangaroos. Back to the action, and Atkinson still making no friends fast. Foreman skate, get off the rail, everybody.
He says that was a $75 shirt.
For how many?
Yeah. I think he got that at the bargain basement. I won't even mention the store. I don't want it to be in the store.
Here we go. Number 3 getting out of there. Jennifer Richards for the Australian Kangaroos. And Tony Tagg lays back to defend. Jennifer Richards, good one. Good stocky gal.
You know, Ralphie and Colleen and Tommy Cruise are working on the MGM movie and couldn't be here today. But the team is doing great with these kids.
The T-Bird spirit, the Thunder Babies are at it again. And here comes Kane. Kane with a sit-out. But Tony Tagg is there. And she took her out and off the track. No score. And she hammers away at Kane. And there's Atkinson. Don't you lay a hand on her,
He
Atkinson.
wanted the officials in on that one. And this movie is called The Kansas City Bomber, and it's MGM picture starring Raquel Welch. She plays the part of a roller game star. And you'll see a lot of your favorite Thunderbirds. You'll also see Leroy Gonzalez and Judy Arnold. And
Incidentally, Raquel Welch is very good in the picture.
she is.
What we've seen so far.
And John Hall is skating with her, too, is he not?
Yes, he's been teaching.
Judy Sawinski and Ronnie Raines got into the picture, too.
That's funny. All right, here we go. Number 4 getting out of there is Bubbles. Her name is Diane Wyman, W-Y-M-A-N. And here comes Joanne Lemasters for the Thunderbirds.
They call her Bubbles because she chews bubble gum?
Bubbles. Yeah, she loves bubble gum. It's the first time she's seen it. And she takes Lemasters out and goes up to Tony Tagg's defense. Here's a run for it, Bubbles. Back to assist is Everson. And she goes with a knee to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she called it off. She had another one staked out. 4. And the score now is 76-74. The Thunderbirds had a 22-point lead at one time. That Atkinson, boy, what a... There is Bubbles. That's Bubbles, Diane Wyman.
Well, don't go away. The Thunderbirds have won 17 straight games. And here comes Tony Tagg. Incidentally, Tony meets this madman in 5 races this week. Tony comes from Chicago. I imagine she has a lot of friends that are watching us right now.
WFLD.
Channel 32. We'll say hello to all Tony's relatives back there.
They took his shirt off, and Shirley Hardman mopped the deck with it.
You got a $50 fine.
That's good.
You know, that explains everything. Atkinson is here for one reason, that's to get Tony Tagg.
Well, he'll have his hands full trying.
She was the key to removal of Dave Pound, you know. She was the one that had the information about the secret luncheon.
Julie Kane coming up against Tagg. Tagg defending. Julie Kane, number 6. Stocky little gal from Sydney, Australia. Tony Tagg goes to the head, hammers her with her own helmet. And throws her right into her, man. Oh, down.
They're waltzing across the infield together. They were made for each other, Dick.
Yes, there is. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the third skating period of the second half. Look out now. Look out now. Referee Saunders gets in there. Wouldn't hit a man with glasses on, would you? Atkinson would.
I hate to say it, but I think that Tony really wants these match races.
I know she does.
He wasn't tricked into it.
All right, here we go. The jammer is number 4, Bubbles again. Bubbles, Diane Wyman, and with her goes number 4 of the Thunderbirds, Kathy Traylor.
You know, Atkinson isn't showing his muscles. Tony Tagg tore his shirt off, you know.
Tony Tagg is now a jammer. Kathy got hers. Now Tony's going out as a jammer. He's got one. He's got another. She's up the grave for another. She's up against Bubbles herself, and she slicks her out of the way. She's going up after Everson. She takes a whip from Marshall. Another from Lemasters. Up again. And she got Everson. Referee says how many? Bingo in the middle of that helmet. And one for you, Mr. Atkinson. 10, 9. 9 only. 9 for the Thunderbirds. 3, 2, 1. Bingo. The buzzer ends the seventh skating period, and they call timeout. Timeout. And the score is official. 85 the Thunderbirds, 74 for the Kangaroos. We'll be right back for the final period of play in a minute. We're back for the final period of play as the men come back to the track. Big John Johnson, limping badly. He was hurt badly last week. Not skating. Big John, and you know, I think he has a fan club back at KDMA Channel 41 in Kansas City because we're going to get a lot of cards about his injured knee. Every time anything happens to Big John, we hear from back there in Kansas City. When you see that film, the Kansas City Bombers. Wow, Kansas will love that. They'll love that, and they'll love Raquel. All right, here we go. Number 3 getting out, Sahagan, and number 4 with him is the Beast of Brisbane, Australia, Bob Murdoch. Look at him hammer. He takes him out. It's a little man, but he's strong and wiry and rough. And fast. Very fast. This is probably one of the fastest men he's got on the team. And Sam Washington lays back to defend. Sam is no kid. He nails him. The big man, Larry Stone, number 6, back to assist. He's a jammer, too, if he wants to. He can get away. He's breaking him up. At score. At 5. Call it off. 85 to 79 the score now, with 8 minutes and 42 seconds unofficially on the clock. Incidentally, if you'd like to get the new book, which is a tribute to these Thunderbirds, Hail to Shirley Seabirds, and it's got pictures of the work and play of all our stars on the Thunder Babes, and we'll send that along with a new big Go T-Bird decal. It's a great big one. You can put it anywhere you'd like. For $2 and $2 for roller games, box 2330, Hollywood, California, 90028. That's a beautiful buy for $2. Here we go in the final period of the play. The little bulldog, number 6, is on his way. Kenny Bryan. And they put the big stuff at the back of the pack to defend against the little man. Big Pete Kelly. Coach, any leg block. That's a perfect leg block. The little man stays on his feet and comes on. You'll find Murdoch and Larry Stone back there. They double up on him. They turn the little man over to Murdoch and Stone, and they nail him. He stays right with him. He doesn't know when he's beat this little man. Get a thump on this kid. Atkinson yelling, take him out. Way out, they yell. Here comes Kelly. Big John knocks him out of there. Incidentally, the lines are open now for your reservations to see Tony Tagg get rid of this Atkinson. Ring it. He got 1 point. Won't be disappointed because the Thunderbirds have had an absolute sellout at reserve everywhere they've skated for weeks now. He looks like a poor man's Dave Pound. I know everybody wants to see Tony Tagg get rid of this monster. All right, he can go anytime now. We're in the final 6 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. Unofficially, the official time is kept by an Alongine timer below us. And here we go. This time it's Rayner, number 3, getting out. And with him goes number 1, Bill Smith. But here comes Sahagan. Sahagan steps in front of him. Moves up now to Rayner. He's outnumbered 2 to 1. He can call it off if he's in front. But only the leading jammer can call it off. They lead him, and they're going on 10. They're trailing now. 7 points. Ed Dresser lays back to defend. Kelly back to assist. The jammers are number 1 and 3. Rayner, number 3. Smith, number 1. And there's a kick to the leg. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. That means 10. They've got them all. 3 seconds ago. 2, 1. Wellington. T-Birds call timeout as the Kangaroos go in front. The score is now official. 89 for the Kangaroos, 86 for the T-Birds. Time is called back in. The final 5 minutes and 24 seconds of this game. Off the rail, everybody, says referee Saunders. Including you, Mr. Atkinson.
Well, you know, the Thunderbirds have won 17 straight with these fantastic Thunderbabes. They trail now, though, Dick. We've got a little over 5 minutes to pull this one out.
The first time they've been behind in this game since the first period. Rayner, number 3, gets out for the Kangaroos. The Thunderbirds have been bottled up behind Big Larry Stone and Speed Kelly, with Murdoch at the back of the pack to assist. That's Rayner, number 3, their speed man. That's their speed man, but I think Murdoch is even faster. Sam the Man Washington back to defend, and he hits like a mule, this little fella. He weighs 131 pounds, but he can hit like 230. He's taking good care of Rayner with a leg block. Sam the Man staying right with him, and they're keeping Kelly and the Kangaroos up in the field. Sam with a hip check. Takes him out. The 3-second recovery rule doesn't mean anything to him. He can hardly get up. Sam says that'll be all, brother. Off the track. No score.
You know, something that I've noticed in this game particularly, where Sam has really been a take-charge boy with the injuries to the Thunderbirds, and the Thunderbirds that are out today for the sequences of this motion picture, the Kansas City Bomber, is his footwork. It's the finest thing. As we had surmised, Atkinson is here because he was been in contact with Dave Pound since the first of the year, and that's the only reason why he's here today.
I'd like to sit down with Tony Tagg sometime and get that whole story.
I'd like to get the whole story. Incidentally, the lines are open. Atkinson against Pound 5 times this week, and don't be shut out.
Here comes Luther. He's out. He called it off to protect a 3-4-point lead.
Well, Atkinson would like to do what Dave Pound could not do.
You're right, and he won't make it. I'll guarantee you that.
And Tony Tagg, a lot of bitterness. He came out here to get Tony Tagg.
A minute and 50 seconds remaining in this game. The Thunderbirds are trailing by 4. They need 4 to tie, 5 to win. Who have they got in there?
The madman was just telling the announcer what he's going to do to Tagg.
Well, you better think about what you're going to do with this game right now, Mr. Atkinson. Sam the Man has got a helmet. He takes a 3-man draw. He's out after the fastest Kangaroo they've got. And he called it off. He called it off to protect a 4-point lead. Well, that's good business if you're ahead.
Well, it's a 17-game winning streak. It's on the line now, Dick, with just a minute and 8 seconds left to go. Can they continue this?
They got 4 to tie, 5 they need to win. And there's the whistle, and Sam is loosened up. Sam is away first. And he's not going to call it off now. He's got Murdoch with him. It's a race. They're going crazy. Sam the Man is on his way. He's got it. Kelly for 16. 1 second. That ends the period. That ends the game. And Sam Washington did the job. The Thunderbirds made it 102-94. How about that Washington kid? Wow, the Thunder Babies did it again, and believe me, it was not the easy way. There's the final official score, 102-94. The Thunderbirds win it, and Hoppy will recap for us.
just out there, and the man called it off. You saw him call it off. We had the lead, and he didn't give it to him. Let your little old Thunderbirds run through. Yes, he did. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm going to break you in half.
You aren't going to be around anymore after next week. Don't worry about it, okay? Because I'm going to take care of you in our match races, honey. I've waited 6 years for it.
6 years, you're going to wait again.
And I can't wait a moment longer. I'd like to have it right now.
Yes.
Right now.
Shut your mouth. I want to talk. Let a gentleman talk.
Yeah, you're here on Dave Pound's invitation. And
Listen, you better stop that. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be the next one to get your nose busted. I did not come in here because of Dave Pound. He is a good friend of mine, and I'm not ashamed of that. And I think he's done a wonderful job, and I hope that he comes back and continues this someday. Now, I am only in here to help this team. By the way, this broad right here pops up and wants to race me. So I was forced to take her on 5 match races, and I was forced, and I will be forced, to break her in half and send her 6 years into...
Come on, bag of wind. It never will happen. Listen, honey, I had to sue for that 6 years.
You got cobwebs on your legs. That's
And you got cobwebs in your head, and I'm going to get rid of them for you.
Where'd you get your nose fixed, baby, huh?
I don't have to, honey. You're going to... I'll set you up with a good plastic surgeon.
Look what you did. Look at my shirt. My shirt has disappeared.
Well, you look beautiful. You look beautiful now.
Tony, good luck, will you?
Thank you very
single one of the 5
much.
races. And I don't want to hear from you. I just want Tony Tagg to get you, that's all. And she has 5 shots at it this week. Starting Tuesday here at the Olympic Auditorium, ladies half price in all reserve seats. Tony Tagg goes after Buddy Atkinson. Call Richmond 95171. Wednesday night they meet at San Diego Community Concourse 236-6510. Thursday night, Ventura Fairgrounds. Box office opens at 3. It's first come, first serve. Hurry. Brady, Anaheim Convention Center, 635-5000.
Well, there you have it. Join us again next week. Same time, same station, on the National Roller League Network. Be sure and join us. Roll the game of the week. Has been presented by National Skating Derby. And Dick Lane at trackside. Producer was Bill Haupt.